still, this is amazing. So we had a snow day at school today. So this is like the best day ever because it's snowing outside and we also didn't have school. Snow days are not in my vocabulary coming from Florida. Warm, sunny Florida. This is making me so happy. Look how beautiful it is outside. You're gonna see like random people walking back and forth and like random cars driving by in this video, but it's fine because I wanted to film in front of this background because I think it's so exciting. We got a lot of snow overnight, so we got a text this morning from Belmont that classes were canceled, so here I am filming for you. So anyway, today I'm going to be showing you guys my foundation routine. This is very much requested. I don't think I've ever done a foundation routine on my channel. I don't know why, because I've done the same thing for foundation and concealer and contour, blush, all that for like a very long time, but I've just never gotten around to doing a foundation routine. Also, my skin now is a lot clearer than it's been in a while, so I'm going to talk about my skincare products as well in case you're interested, because I know that's been some questions as well. So also, I guess I should mention that I like to do my foundation in the middle of doing my eye makeup. I always do like all of my eyeshadow on my top, and I do liner and lashes, and then I don't do anything underneath, and I do my foundation because I like to clean up any fallout with a makeup remover wipe, and I can't do that if I had foundation on my face. So I never start with foundation because I hate the thought of having eyeshadow underneath my concealer. I like just everything to be as clean as possible, and then I put my foundation on and even it all out, and it looks great. Flawless. I'm sorry it's a little bit of a lengthy video. I wanted to make sure I got as much information and tips and tricks and stuff in here as I could. Bear with me. I hope you guys learned some stuff from what I'm about to teach you, and without further ado, let me show you my foundation routine. So for my skincare routine, I actually use Proactiv. I used the first original Proactiv a long time ago. I'm gonna say like at least 5 years ago, and literally it did nothing for me. Like, it didn't help me at all. So I totally gave up on Proactiv, went to a dermatologist, started using the creams and medications that they prescribed to me, and for a while my skin was really under control. As you can see, like, this is me with literally no foundation, nothing on my face. I woke up like this. Whenever I get a breakout, which is usually like once a month, it always like leaves some kind of scar on my face. So that's the thing that I'm dealing with now, but I really have struggled over the years with keeping my breakouts under control. So that being said, I went to BeautyCon last October, and they gave me a package, like a box of Proactiv, and at first glance I was like, oh yeah, right, like I'm gonna try this again, I've already done it. One day, I think I ran out of my cream, that like my usual cream, so I didn't want to not put any medication on my face that day because like I use stuff on my face every single day and night. So I didn't want to throw the Proactiv away, so I literally just pulled it out of the box and decided to try it, and after like 4 days, a week at the most, my skin was clearer than it had been since I was using my dermatologist recommended products. And it was so mind-blowing to me because I've used Proactiv before and it didn't work at all. And even the stuff that was prescribed to me by my doctor wasn't really working like I wanted it to. So the Proactiv that I actually received from BeautyCon is like their second one that they've come out with. I don't know if it's like a higher dosage of anything. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what they did differently. I just know that this is the second set that they've come out with, and I never use samples either. I think I said that in my best of 2015 tag. I'm so glad that I actually decided to try those Proactiv products out rather than have them sit under my cabinet and never put them to use. So what is in this kit is the Skin Smoothing Exfoliator. So this is like what I use to wash my face. And I do all of this day and night. That's step one. This Proactiv comes in 3 steps. The second step is this pore targeting treatment. Don't know what's in here. I'm convinced that there's some kind of magical ingredient in here. And then finally, this is the Complexion Perfecting Hydrator. I have not been able to use a single moisturizer, even what my dermatologist has given me, without breaking out from it. I've used every kind of moisturizer possible. I even went to Sephora for like a makeup lesson. They're like, what do you use to moisturize your face with? And I was like, I actually can't use a moisturizer because everything I put on my face breaks me out. And they're like, oh no, like we have this moisturizer that has never broken anyone out before. So they gave it to me, and literally like a week after using it, my face was so broken out. So I was literally convinced that I could not use a moisturizer. My skin was like really dry all the time, especially in the winter. This step 3, this hydrator, I don't even know if it's a moisturizer, it's a hydrator. It keeps my skin perfectly moisturized. Anyway, after that long explanation, this is my skincare routine, and I am so grateful for these products right now because they are working so well for my face. Now, they might not work for everyone. I'm just telling you that they've worked really well for me. I do recommend going to a dermatologist because even though their products didn't completely clear me up, After some time, it really did start to help. Almost more than anything, like the overall texture of my face is significantly improved. Like if you look at some of my videos in my past on my channel, I would say like 2013, 2014, like around that time, the texture of my face was really not good. The products that the dermatologist gave me helped my overall skin texture significantly. Also, I used to get facials. I don't remember how many I had, but wow, I like completely forgot that I had those. But yeah, I went and got facials. This was probably maybe 2 years ago. I really don't remember how often I went, but that also helped the texture of my face as well. I would leave there feeling like I had a completely new face. So that was really cool. That is what I use for my face. So right now I have washed my face with the exfoliator, and both of these products are on my face. The next step that I sometimes do, especially now that I still have a little bit of color left from winter break, I use this foundation primer. This is a Laura Mercier foundation primer. This gives my face a little bit of a bronzed undertone when I put it under my foundation. I usually don't get as much sun on my face as I do on the rest of my body, so when my face doesn't match my body, I use this as a primer to kind of help the colors match a little bit. So I'm gonna put that on my face. So now I have a little bit of a bronze glow. All right, so the foundation that I use is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. It is very expensive, and I've been in search for years to find a foundation that is just as good as this, but a little bit less expensive, and I have been very unsuccessful. Finding the perfect foundation is so hard. I've tried almost every foundation at Sephora, and nothing, it's either broken me out, or I haven't liked the consistency, or it's melted off. Nothing has ever come close to this foundation. So this is a foundation I use, and the two things that I use to put it on, I do alternate. I like both of these. The first one is this flat kabuki brush from Sigma. It's a little bit dirty right now, I'm sorry, but it's the F80. Then the other thing I think I like a little bit better is the Beauty Blender, also kind of dirty. Whoops! This gives you such a flawless coverage, and with this tip you can also get in like all the little creases of your face, but you have to wet this to apply your foundation. So like honestly, if I'm lazy and don't want to get up and go to the sink, or if I'm in a hurry, then that's when I use this brush. Like literally, that's how I decide what I'm gonna use on my face that day. So I'm in the color Beige Ivory when I've been in the sun, but I also work really well with Cream Ivory. This is their newest packaging because I got this last semester. I've had this since the summer. So they've recently updated their packaging, so it really looks like this now. The other thing I really like about the Laura Mercier foundation is it blends into the color of your skin. Like it literally matches your skin when you put it on. Like it settles and matches your skin. Okay, enough about how amazing this foundation is, and I'm gonna just go ahead and show you how I apply it. A little bit does go a long way with this foundation, so I'm gonna squeeze it into like about that. It looks dark on my hand, but don't worry, it's going to blend in. And then I take the round part of the Beauty Blender and I dab it in, and then I literally just start patting it into my skin. I don't like to rub, I like to pat it down. It's hard to talk with this. And then I'm gonna dip it again into the other side of my cheek, and then under my nose, and then like little strokes back by my hair here. I don't like to pat it, I like to do little strokes back here so that it's a little bit more feathered out. And then the most important part to think about with your foundation is this jawline, so that you don't have a foundation line around your chin. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. So actually what I do sometimes is I like literally make a double chin and turn my head away so that it becomes like a smooth surface. Do you see that? Like if I make a double chin, then it becomes a smooth surface, and that's what I use to blend. And over here, make a double chin and you can blend it. Yeah, super flattering, I know. So just keep patting it in around your mouth, and then I'm gonna pull it through my eyebrows and dip whatever is left on here and go on my forehead. I always get foundation on my hair, and it's so annoying. That is how I actually apply my foundation. For concealer, I use the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. It looks like this, and I'm in the shade NW25, but again, in a few more weeks, I will probably go back to NW20 because I'm gonna start to lose my tan. It's really sad. But anyway, unlike most people, I actually like my concealer to match my foundation rather than be a little lighter. I don't really know why. I've always liked my concealer to be very similar in color to my foundation rather than trying to go a shade lighter. This is pretty much the exact same color of my foundation. A little bit goes a long way with this concealer, so I literally just start by putting it on my ring finger, and then I'm just going to put it underneath my eye like this, and I'm going to use the roundest part of my finger to get all the way up to my lower lash line. I'm literally just using my finger to blend it out. Same thing on the other eye, obviously. Then to get any excess off, I will take the tip of my Beauty Blender and just pat it down. This will just remove any excess and press it into my skin. Because the tip of my finger is oily, so that's gonna add oil to it, but when you do this, it'll just take away, you know, the excess product and also push it into your skin and let it settle. See, I just love it when my concealer matches my foundation because it looks like just such a smooth line. I don't know. I really do love my Laura Mercier translucent powder a lot. I love this so much. But if I don't really feel like using loose powder that day, another one that I also really like to use is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Protecting Veil. I always set my concealer, otherwise it will come off. This comes with like a puff brush, powder puff, but I actually use it with a brush. So I think this is actually meant for powdering your entire face, but I don't powder my entire face. I don't like to. I don't always like a matte finish on my face. I like it to be a little bit more glowy. So I'm gonna take this brush. Oh, this is the Tapered Highlighter F35 from Sigma, and it allows you to get like really close up to your lash line. So I'm going to take it and dip it in here and tap it off here, and I also swirl it around in the cap just to press it into the brush. Tap off the excess and press it into my concealer. And then instead of powdering my entire face, what I like to do is get a little bit more on my brush, and I like to go right on my T-zone, right in between my eyebrows and right on my forehead. So oily all the time. And then I like to press it into my cheeks a little bit and swirl it and blend it. This is where my discoloration is, so I like to make sure that the foundation stays in place there so that everything is covered. I'm gonna go a little bit on my chin. Moving on to contour. My Day One Hoola bronzer. Love this, always have, always will. I pretty much always contour my face. Sometimes I do bronzer, especially when I'm tanner, like really tan. When I use bronzer, I always use shimmer, but when I contour, I always use matte. I use the Sigma, every brush is from Sigma, small contour, which is the F05. So I'm gonna take this, swirl it, tap off the excess, you guys know what to do. And I always start on this side for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have pronounced cheekbones like at all. Once I do this side, then I'm able to do this side based on how I do it over here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm weird. So I'm literally just going back and forth where I know that my cheekbone is, right underneath it. Really, really light strokes, and I like to blend this out a lot. So I start with a line and then I start doing circular motions. Make sure you go all the way back to your hairline too, and don't bring it too far to the corner of your mouth. That's a big pet peeve of mine. So I like to stop about here. Actually, like literally mid-cheek, and then the blush will help blend it a little bit further down when I put that on. Then I'm gonna bring it up here a little bit for like a darker shadow, shape my face a little bit better, and brush whatever's left of my brush on my chin. So there is the difference. And I'm gonna start to swirl it. So I'm gonna bring it on my forehead and also right on my jawline. So there's my contour, super easy. For blush, I honestly don't really have a favorite. I'm not too picky about my blush, so I usually just kind of grab whatever is in my drawer. But one of my favorites that I just recently pulled out, I don't know why I stopped using it because I still love it so much, is Lovejoy from NARS. It looks really, really dark to be a blush, but it actually comes out pretty pink. So I use a Sigma powder blush brush. This is the F10. And then instead of swirling, I like to pat right on my cheekbone. Start with patting, and then I'm gonna swirl a little bit. And I like to brush down as well and blend it into my contour. And then same thing over here. I love that color, it's so pretty. It literally makes me look like I'm blushing. And then finally for highlight, I'm going to use the ever so wonderful Jaclyn Hill's collaboration with Becca Cosmetics. I've made quite the dent in this. It is beautiful for every spot to highlight on your entire face. It's amazing. I apply it just with a MAC 224 brush and pat it right on top of my blush and blend it sideways and down into my blush so that it's a smooth transition. So because I always do my foundation in the middle of doing my eyes, Then I'm gonna go ahead and finish them and put lipstick on, and then I will do the outro. So I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. I know that I have this really set routine, but I'm always open to trying new products. In every video, I always like to say this because I love to hear from you guys, like all the products that you use. If you have a Holy Grail foundation or blush or bronzer or highlighter or anything that you use, I don't want to miss out on that. So definitely let me know in the comments if you have something that you love to use on your face. I hope you guys enjoyed my background. I know I'm enjoying it. Look at it! It's so white! I think this is the most snow I've ever seen. We had snow days last year, but it was really, really icy last year. This is like legit snow. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go take pictures in it before it gets too dark because I'm that person. Anyway, if you want to follow me on my social media, that would be awesome. I have an Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and I also have a vlog channel. So if you guys want to watch my daily life here in Nashville, the link will be in the description bar below, but it is called The Official Jam Cam. Definitely go check that channel out. I hope everyone that was caught in this snowstorm is safe, and if you're in my area, I hope that you all had a snow day as well and you could enjoy the snow as much as I am. Or if you're up north and you're like, you guys had a snow day for that, what the heck? That's okay too. But for people like me that have seen 2 inches of sand every day, 2 inches of snow is a nice change. Okay, I'm done talking about the snow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.